Hello, my name is Majenta Strongheart, and I'm Head of Design and Partnerships at Supplyframe's Design Lab. On the first episode of this series, we learn more about how engineers use Samtec's configurator tool and design assets to pinpoint the exact components they needed to develop their designs further. On this episode, we turn our attention to Manley Labs, a professional audio equipment manufacturer who's utilized Samtec's tools in several of their products.
In some ways it can be hard to pin down what makes Manley special because it is so special to so many people who use our stuff. I grew up working in recording studios, and Manley gear is like some of the only modern equipment that gets treated with the weight and respect of some of the classic gear that people really obsess over.
It is very important when I'm designing in a component, making sure that that component is going to be available for at least 5-10 years. At the same time, you always look to have a suitable replacement. When I'm looking for a part, one of the things that I will look for is if there is another source with the same footprint, with the same electrical specifications that I could in the future use.
We are often subject to parts going out of stock. The concept became, can we make a drop-in device, so rather than re-engineering our entire circuit around the new component, can we just engineer a component, popping it right in, and it behaves just like the old one, using the modern components that have improved material science and have improved certain characteristics and making them behave like an old component.
The system Samtec have of getting samples out in a couple of days is really useful. This is a new version of the Vox box for Manley. These are Samtec stackers that are holding the power switch circuit board to the main board. It's a 4-pin stacker with a particular height between the two plastic parts. You pick a lead style out of the catalog, and then once you've got it generated, you can download it, and I can then go back and drop the Samtec part in place on this assembly, so we can do assembly drawings and all sorts of things like that.
Thanks to Manley Labs for this inside look at their process. We hope you enjoyed watching. Stay tuned for our next episode of Engineering Smarter, presented by Samtec.